Welcome to the RavensSpace on YouTube. My name is Jason, and this is RavensSpace Daily, where we talk about Baltimore Ravens news every single weekday. Please subscribe if you're not yet subscribed for more great Baltimore Ravens content. Also, I want to give a shout out to our Patreon subscribers. You guys are the best. You guys help this thing happen, and we want to thank you for all the stuff that you give us. Also, I want to say follow us on the different social media, and we have 3 great news stories that we're going to hop right in. The first news story comes from ESPN, and it talks about Jeremy Maclin and his cap hit. So there has been news about the cap hit, and Jeremy Maclin's is only $3.5 million against the cap, and it's a great deal. The Wizard of Oz strikes again. To get a receiver like Jeremy Maclin on $3.5 million cap hit is an amazing deal. And just to give you guys some perspective, the next person down is Odell Beckham, and Odell Beckham's still in his rookie contract. So you're getting a pro who's a great player for basically a rookie contract, cap hit. And it's an amazing thing. Now, the cap hit does jump up to $7.5 million next year, but if Maclin performs at a high level, that's nothing for a top performing wide receiver. So I'm super happy and super excited that we have all this cap space still. Well, not all this cap space. We still have a low amount of cap space, but Jeremy Maclin's contract doesn't really affect it that much. And we may still have room to go get an offensive lineman if there are any available that still want to play in the NFL. So again, super happy, super excited about this. Again, it's very similar to Mike Wallace's contract, where it was small at the beginning and took a jump up. But, you know, again, 3.5 is a great deal. I'm super excited about this. Again, this allows us to go get one more piece, I think, in order to make our offense a better team. Great job, Ozzie, to get a player like Jeremy Maclin when I had a lot of doubt in his ability to build this offense, but that was a great move. Still have some doubt, but again, excellent move for a low cap number. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below about that cap number. It's I'm super excited about it. It's amazing, actually. The next story of the day comes from ESPN, and it's a poll about the top Baltimore Ravens quarterback of all time. So I'm gonna go through the numbers for you guys because I have one discrepancy in here that I think that I have to change. So the first quarterback on here is Joe Flacco, of course, number 1. It's just not even, it's a no-brainer. Joe Flacco is the most talented when he's with the Ravens. You know, just from an arm perspective, he's the winningest quarterback that we have. I'm gonna read you guys some of the stats they have here. All-time franchise leader in wins as a starter, completion, pass yards, and passing touchdowns. Has more than 3 times as many wins, completions, pass yards, and passing touchdowns in any quarterback in franchise history, and he won a Super Bowl against the 49ers. So again, we all know this already. Joe Flacco is the most accomplished Baltimore Raven quarterback in our franchise history. Now, here's where I have an issue. Number 2, they have Steve McNair. And I just think this is a insane thing. You got to remember that though Steve McNair has won a franchise record 13 wins, that's because the defense in 2006 was a great defense. I mean, one of the all-time great defenses in the league. And the reason the Ravens didn't go further in the playoffs in 2006 is because Steve McNair couldn't score against the Colts defense, and we let them get 5 field goals and they beat us, which is crazy. But again, so Steve McNair was an overrated quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. Again, he had a great defense to rely on and couldn't get the job done, couldn't score 14 points in the playoff game. So I was not a fan of that. And I like Steve McNair. I think he's a great quarterback. His career, but when he was at the Ravens, he had one season where the defense carried the load, and then the season after that, he was just terrible. It was a bad year, so not really a fan of him being number 2. Trent Dilfer, number 3, he should be number 2. Trent, you know, how you want to cut it, Trent might not have been talented, but he got us to a Super Bowl. You know, now, to be fair, he did not, it is true that there was 4 games where the offense didn't score a touchdown, you know, but again, to be fair, Steve McNair here for 2 years, didn't win a Super Bowl, had a terrible performance in the playoffs, which is why the Ravens couldn't win a Super Bowl that year. And then you have players like Vinny Testaverde, Kyle Bowler's in last place, and Anthony Wright, for some reasons over Kyle Bowler. It's whatever. I don't know. you know, all the things at the bottom don't matter. It's just, I think Joe should be number 1. I think Trent Dilfer should be number 2. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Rank, you know, your favorite quarterbacks of all time, whatever you guys want to do, and check out the article so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And we'll go on to the next topic. And this topic is, again, a topic that we kind of talk about this, you know, anytime there's new news. But the drug charges against Matt Elam have been dropped. Matt Elam has been dropped of all charges after the February 26th traffic stop where he had cannabis and was charged with intent to sell and distribute and all that good stuff. But all those have been dropped. Matt Elam is not going to be charged for anything. Again, a lot of bad things about Matt Elam can be said. Not much good things about him, a Raven, but we'll just keep on going. Just want to let you guys know that all charges have been dropped against Matt Elam. So we'll keep it on moving. I don't want to say anything bad about the guy. So, and like we do at the end of every single episode of RavensSpace Daily, we have RavensSpace Mailbag question, and this question comes from Marcus. And Marcus asks, who do you see making the 53-man roster at the running back position? I figure they keep no more than 4, but I'm banking on 3. So thank you so much, Marcus. I truly appreciate your question, and I'm going to just go right into it. There is 3 running backs that are going to be on the team at one time. Now, because of Kenneth Dixon's suspension, I do think that there'll be 3, and then when he comes off suspension, they'll drop one of them off. And so this is who I think is going to make the team. 1, Danny Woodhead. 2, Terrence West. Those are pretty much done deals. Don't expect anything different about that. Those are done deals. For sure, for certain, done deals. Now, the 3rd one is a spot that's open, and I would give it to Taquan Mizzell. Taquan Mizzell is a rookie, and he has a chance to be a playmaker. And I think also that because he's so young, he's a rookie, that when Kenneth Dixon comes back, you can drop him to the practice squad. And that's what I think is going to happen. They'll get him, they'll give him some reps during the regular season, but then they'll drop him to the practice squad unless he outperforms greatly, and then we'll keep him. But that's what I think. And then when Kenneth Dixon comes off of suspension, they'll put him in, drop Mizzell to the practice squad, and so the 3 running backs that we will have will be Terrence West, Danny Woodhead, and Kenneth Dixon. Buck Allen, he does okay. He won't be on the Ravens. Tyler Farrell, trying to cook up this narrative about him being fullback. He's just there to provide competition for the young guy there, so he's gone. I just don't think there's a chance that he makes the team. Again, the 3 that I have, Danny Woodhead, Terrence West, and Kenneth Dixon. That is the episode for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. Please subscribe to RavensSpace on YouTube. Check out our Patreon page and follow us on the different social media. Thank you guys so much, and go Ravens.